Welcome back to the channel. I've been having fun this weekend. I've been playing a lot of Foch games. This is my tier 10 French auto-loading tank destroyer, the Foch B, and definitely one of the favorites. Probably due to the fact that it's got a 6-shot magazine and you can fire them within 2 seconds each. So this tank has a big damage potential. This is the Fjords map, and for those of you who know it, most of the teams tend to ignore the north, which is the line where this Yak Panzer is going right now. I don't know, I think I was kind of gambling on this one. I thought maybe due to the amount of medium tanks and the light tanks, this area is going to be pretty active, and there is no point for me to push. Maybe I should just wait back here and see what happens. A lot of people, I'm sure, will disagree, but you'll see what happens in a second, and then you will be the judge. You know, I'm not going to spoil the whole surprise. You're just going to have to wait and see. So, usually the teams that take the pond at F4, F5 is the one that does better. Of course, most of the heavies and the big firepower goes to the little pass there at J45, that big corner. They'll sit there and hammer at each other. Okay, looks like we just lost our Sheridan. The enemy Foch B. Once the enemy takes that pond, they have a pretty good view of the entire map, especially this area where the TVP is running away from right now. It looks like our 780 is the only tank that's guarding the corridor between the two mountains, and he's out again, taken out by the enemy Foch B. So you can see what that tank can do. And now we got some name calling going on. They more tanks. So we're already down 3 tanks. There is no point for me to push against these enemy tanks in the middle. I'm just gonna get overloaded and destroyed. Which is what this Grill 15 is going to do. No idea why he's doing that, but he's going to regret his decision. Oh, not another tree here. Got myself a little nest. Yep, here they come. Grill got one shot at him.
Affirmative.
He's trying again. No, okay, now he's gonna get hammered by the auto loader. And here we go. This is why I like the Foch B. This is a typical day for a Foch B. I missed the last one. And within less than 10 seconds, we got almost 1,700 damage. Spot. Of course, we've got coated optics, and Mr. Patton comes in. The STB is mortally wounded, licking his wounds back there. I don't think he wants any more of this. We're gonna load our drum magazine. She takes about 30-something seconds, and we are ready to go again. So, yeah, stick around, Mr. Patton. A few more treats for you. STB, yeah, got another shot left. Yeah. And now I have to reload. So I'm gonna do that. I mean, I suppose I could have went with a 780 to the F line, but suppose I could have done that. Maybe that would have been some sort of a difference. But then, of course, this whole north flank just fell. You know, it just can't be anywhere at the same time. Maybe I should have killed that grill instead of going up to the light rigs. Another grill hits me. I'm gonna go after this AMX. It's pissing me off. This little worm. Yeah, stick around. And I'm out of shells and I'm dead. So, almost 5k. And that was a typical battle for the Foch B. Except our team got smoked, but you know, it does happen. So, it's just part of the game. Let's move on. Welcome back to the channel. I have a surprise for you. It's called the Foch 155. Now, when I joined World of Tanks back in 2016, that tank was still in the tech tree. And Wargaming removed it before I can get it. Although back then I didn't even know what it was until I ran into one of them and I got absolutely destroyed. So then I pursued the Foch B, which you saw previously, and then I got the Foch B and I really enjoyed it, but I always wanted to have a Foch 155, and I've been kind of waiting for Wargaming to offer it, I guess, as well as a reward tank or a buy me with bonds kind of tank. A lot of people said don't spend the 12,000 bonds on this, but I really enjoy playing tank destroyers, and I really enjoy playing tanks that have big guns. So I said, well, I'm not going to listen on this one. I'm actually going to get it. So this weekend, I finally got it. Now this tank, as opposed to the B, has half the shots in the magazine, so it's got 3 shots instead of 6. The inner clip reload, the inner clip speed is 5 seconds as opposed to 2, but the alpha is much higher at 750 plus with 395 pen, which rivals the 223. Okay, so I take 1 shot and I don't hit the 140. I have no idea what this Yak Panzer was doing. I don't know why he climbed up here, because he is not going to win in a firefight against a hold down 140 that has way better DPM. So I decide to not stick around and reposition and get ready to defend this T-110E3 from the back, because those 2 guys, 2 men here, they're gonna come around the corner. It's just a matter of time. And I cannot kill them both either, so I'm not gonna push him. Well, now I'm not gonna push anything. Now we have a WZ-113 GFT coming as well, so I got 2 shells. I have to use them wisely. Use this mound here as cover. I'm gonna try to hide my cola and see if people start pushing me. Honestly, if they push me right now, I'll probably die anyway, but I don't seem to do that yet, which is good. The WZ is hesitating. Trying to see if he's going to engage me now, or... The 140 makes a dash for it and hits me in the tracks. I shoot him and miss him. So now I got 1 round left, so I'm quickly thinking, okay, this enemy T-110E3 is a 1-shot for me. I'm gonna take care of him. And I bounce him, which is great. And now I'm going to guard the other T-110E3, and so he doesn't get shot in the rear. Even though I'm out of shells, I'm gonna pretend to play with his WZ as if I do have shells. That he doesn't want to push me, and I don't want to push him. So I'm gonna wait for the T-110E3 to come around and help me. I don't have his armor. I can't afford to push a bunch of meds in a WZ. But what I am doing is loading my drum again with another 3 shots. And I'm also proxy spotting the Death Star right there. Was getting hammered by another T-123 who flanked this whole group of tanks. Okay, so now I'm loaded. From that situation, I don't think the Death Star can do anything to the T-123. And now this T-123 is going to push the WZ. And I'm going to help him by killing this guy who decides to push him. It's really hard to mess around with the T-123 like this. They're just heavily armored, and even a shot with heat round to their lower glaciers is 50-50. Okay, so now the fun begins. This 140 has been a pest, and it's time to get rid of him. Goodbye to him and his friend in the 907. Goodbye to him too. What a fun day this is turning out to be. Okay, so we're gonna load AP rounds now. Honestly, didn't really need them. I thought I was going to run into heavily armored targets, although that 140 when it's pulled down, his turret is pretty strong. Okay, so now we are going to deal with another T-123 on the enemy team. There's so many T-123s in this match. Okay, the 907 thinking about messing with him. The T-123 got him, me, and another Foch 155. Takes a shot and hits the 907. Now I'm going to join this battle and see if I can help. Okay, I have no idea where that shell went. You can see the T-123 aiming at my cupola, and right before he hits the trigger, I beat him to the mark. I hit my trigger, pin him, and it's goodbye. The enemy FV-4005 is on that hill, and I really don't want him shooting me, so I'm gonna go around so I get unspotted. We'll be able to get to this object 277. No, it looks like my platoon mate is gonna take care of him. Still got one shot left. 4005 is up there, and I don't think we're gonna get to him either. Well, maybe the artillery. I'm sure he's up there too. Sure is. He's out of reach. And that sums up this one. So another decent battle in the 155. Really like this tank. Glad I got it and didn't listen to what people told me about it. So let's keep moving. Alright, back to our trusty Foch B. Smaller gun, more shots, same engine, basically the same armor. It's the same tank, just different gun. And we are on Lakeville. Looking at the list, we got enemy 277, a 430U, always a formidable opponent. An enemy Foch 155, we know what those things can do. And a bunch of tier 9s and a couple of tier 8s. The artillery's in the game, so not going to camp in the valley of the town. Let's see what we can do. Got a lot of weight on our shoulders. We are a tier 10 tank in an 8 through 10 battle. We need to be effective. So let's get to this town. No light tanks, so less likelihood of being spotted, but still, I'm gonna go around, get to the town, and see what we find and who we can engage. Drum is already loaded, 6 shots. I usually load gold because with the Foch B, the penetration on the regular rounds, the AP rounds, is not as great. So, given that there's a chance I'm going to meet a 277 and a 430U, speak of the devil, I definitely want to have the higher penetrating rounds. Okay, so let's see who else shows up here before I commit. here and get ready to back this, whatever that thing is. You guys want to come around the corner? Come on. And we perma-track this T-54, but our other heavy decides that he wants to stick his head out. If he hasn't done that, I would have been able to probably finish off this T-54. But, you know, you always get some players that, you know, they're not experienced, or they're just not thinking, or yeah, I can't use that gap. Pretty sticky situation here. We got a big amount of tanks, and I'm deciding that I need to reload the drum. Let's see if these guys push. I'm gonna try to use this dead heavy. Who decided to drive in front of me, and he's gonna be my cover. Actually, it's going to work quite well. So the drum is loading. It's quicker than the Foch 155 loading. It's about probably 10 seconds faster, which is always nice. Alright, so let's see if they dare to challenge me. Looks like our tortoise is dealing with a CS-52 on the lake road there. Use this little gap between the house and the dead tank and do oh come on, 430. I almost had a shot at his butt. Cobra's shooting. The enemy 155 is missed once. Missed him twice, but and when I finally do hit him, I bounce. Wow, the 277 bounces me and I got one shell left. I think he may have been timing my shots, which is the smart thing to do. I'll load the drum again. I have no idea what this Artie is doing here. Maybe he thinks that... I know what he's doing. He's shooting the CS on the lake road. That's actually pretty smart. Okay, drum number 3, loading. Gotta have patience with this game. 430 is making a move. W6 is making a move. Okay, 430 is out. This is becoming, this is kind of look like a solid win. Okay, I'm thinking about pushing this T-26. Because he has no cover. Okay. Yeah, he just shot my artillery. And the 277 can't help him. The Foch 155 cannot help him, so guess what? Okay, you want to have one shot at me, that's fine. German track you, and yeah, 177 does shoot me, but at him. Yeah, I got 2 more shells. Okay, here. You want some? I got some stuff for you too here. Stick around. So I finished the T-26 without any problems, and I damaged this 277 and left him on 5 hit points. Okay, loading AP rounds now. Should be able to finish him off with an AP round. Our object 907 makes the move and finish the enemy Foch 155, which is good. Dangerous tank as you've seen. In fact, the Foch 155 can kill a Foch B with 3 shots into the giant periscope on the left of his tank. And it's Mr. 277 now. He takes the shots but misses. I bounce him and get the shots and good. More shells left in the magazine. Let's see if we can find something else to shoot. Still got most of our health. We got 3,267 damage and 1,363 spotting. We blocked a few shots. Okay, Mr. Ram. Okay, never mind him. How about Conway? Yep, one is in, two is in, and he's out. And almost 4,000. Pretty happy with this. So this one worked out quite well. Alright, welcome back. And we're back on Lakeville, although this time we're on the other side of the map. And we're playing something a little different, but still a tank that I really like. It's the 60 TP polished tier 10 heavy tank with a big gun, 152 millimeter, actually 152 point something, 0.8 I think it is, technically. If you're thinking about the overmatching rule of World of Tanks, it does matter, otherwise, well, just a big gun. Anyway, this tank is a big ridgeline warrior, so as opposed to this, for example, 705A, which I'm still trying to get. So I'm gonna let him go to the town. I'm gonna go to the valley, which is the ridgeline. I'm gonna try to work this ridgeline with the T30 and the E50. Pretty decent armor if you can hide the lower plate of this tank and that driver hatch there in the middle, right underneath the turret. Take the right side. We're gonna take the left side. I have a feeling the enemy 60 TP, or at least one of them, is gonna be here. Looks like the enemy standard B is here, and looks like he just got whacked by the T30, judging by the HP value of that last shot. T30 has 5 millimeter. I got AP rounds loaded. Let's see how far I can go up this ridge. I'm trying to use the right angle so I can get the most counter pressure. And okay, there's the enemy 60 TP. I'll back up and take the lead on this one. The standard B is still messing around in the bushes. Standard B can't do anything to me from there. It's kind of like playing chicken, and we get extremely lucky. He fires a heat round at us and we bounce him. We fire an AP round into his cupola and we go through for 804. Still don't know what else is lurking in there behind him. I'm sure there's a couple of tanks. They're just not spotted. We're gonna be patient now. I'm gonna guard that side. I'm gonna let the IS-3 to try and eliminate the standard B. The IS-3 doesn't have to worry about getting shot by anything other than the standard for right now, because that's what I'm doing. I'm this takes out. It's good. Okay, and he asks for help, and looks like we are going to charge this battle, so here we go. Looks like he's doing well. Driver hat shot, and yeah, he shoots us for 650. That's okay. This guy's using heat. Don't really need this situation. Our teammates take care of him. These two guys are going to go here. I'm going to go around. IS-3 to just put a double shot with that salvo fire into that K91. The enemy AMX-50 is going to help his teammates. And he's got an autoloader, I'm pretty sure, so pushing, but I'm spotted. No, maybe I don't like this idea because I don't know what else is in there. I'm just gonna get into a crossfire, so I'm not gonna push this yet. It looks like this IS-32 is having problems. I don't understand why he's having problems. The CD looking fairly well. This is not good. Conway bounces me and I miss him. Oh, he's firing Hesh rounds. Huh. Okay. The Hesh rounds in the Conway have about 200mm pen, but if they go through, it's 600, 700. Good. I don't know what else is in here. I am going to go deal with this Conway the way the IS-3 was, but I am betting I am going to be more successful because I think I have slightly better armor. Now, this WZ-120 GFT, I messaged that player after the battle because I thought that was a tier 8 that I have, the 120 GFT, but apparently this is a tier 9 premium TD, not the tier 8. Now, he was hitting me for 500 something. He's hitting me again, wow, with heat rounds. And this guy's a pain in the ass. He is a pain in the ass, but not anymore. So I messaged him because I thought, well, that's a WZ-120 GFT. That's a premium tier 8 tank. The alpha on those tanks is only 440, so how is he hitting me for 520? And then he says, you got the wrong tank, this is a tier 9 tank. I'm like, ah, okay. I thought there was something wrong with my coffee for a second, but apparently I was mistaken. I didn't know what kind of tank it was. I'll have to watch the reviews on it later. So, it was a tier 9. Wow, it hits pretty hard. I mean, he put, what, 3 heat rounds into me? But looks like this battle is almost over. The enemy AMX is stuck in the middle between 4 tanks, one of them is just including an artillery. I'm just gonna hammer him. The Super Conch is sitting on the cap. Anyway, I'm not gonna bore you with this. We're just gonna cap him out. So let's go to the next one. Alright, and we're back, and we are on Pearl River, the new Asian map. Well, it's not that new anymore, but it's a map with a lot of crests and hills. Not something for the Foch 155, but we'll make the best of it. All tier 10 battle, 2 artilleries on each side. An EBR 105, pay attention to this guy. We're going to be dealing with him. Looks like the enemy team has 2 Foch 155s, and we have ourselves an FE4005, and I'm seeing? Yeah. So, I don't know what this T-110E3 is doing, but we're the only one who's covering this flank. I will pull out the team on that in the chat because that's usually a bad idea, or how things go from bad to worse. But let's see what happens. So I'm gonna load AP. Let's see what we can find. Of course, if both the enemy 155s come here, I'm gonna be really screwed. For now, we're gonna use our view range and this big rock as cover. The EBR, and if you know this map, you know what he's doing. He's going after our artillery. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna try to help. I got 2 shells left. He's full health. He's going after the. Pretty happy with that. The other one. Okay. I can't. That's okay. The other one. Who's left on this enemy team? Wow, the 155s both died already. Damn. Okay, I don't have to deal with them. Potentially will have to deal with a T-110E3. Or maybe an STRV. Or maybe a T-124, so aside from those guys, okay, the STV is dead, the IS-4 is dead, so probably, this is what you gotta do in World of Tanks. You gotta see who's left and who's spotted on the map, and figure out who's gonna push you. Not taking chances now, I'm gonna load heat. Is. Oh, okay, I cannot pen him from here. I'm gonna retreat and pray that he doesn't pen us, and he does not. He fires an AP round into the tracks, and we just have to use our repair kit. So I'm gonna try to retreat and try to use his cover. He's gonna have to come around the corner, and then I'm going to shoot him once, and one goes in. He hits us for 876, that's painful. 2 goes in, 700, we roll low. 3rd goes in for 630, and now we're out of shells, and we're dealing with a T-110E3 who just hit me again for a massive 857. Now I'm gonna try to wiggle my way around from this mess, and hopefully that will help me, otherwise I'm dead. And it does help me. He somehow manages to bounce me. I'm gonna try to bring him out into the open so my team can shoot him, and sure enough, they do. So overall, got very lucky, bounced the T-110E3 at least once, and we survived this battle. Prokhorovka. So the one line belongs to the light tanks. If they can outspot things, they can really wreak some havoc on the enemy tanks. I don't think I'm going to go there. In fact, I am going to try and go to the other flank and snipe the hill, or come back to the middle and see how things develop first before I commit myself. So let's see what we can do. 1 artillery, 1 light tank, tier 9 through 10. A lot of teams do ignore the hill on the 9-0 line and comes back to bite them in the ass. I'm not going to let that happen. Okay, we seem to have a massive amount of tanks going our way, which is good. I'm happy about that. It's when I don't see anybody coming here is when I start getting worried. But this looks good. We got a 777 and a 60D. They have good turrets, they can deal with stuff. The Leopard is a sniper. And this tank with the 120mm gun is a pretty decent sniper. And you know what, if you miss the first shot, then you've got 5 more to try, so... Okay, from this position I can't really shoot these heavies. Maybe I should go back to the middle and see what I can do. Here's the enemy light tank. I'm surprised he didn't go to the one line. Honestly, I think he could have done a lot better on the one line with his camera reading. I don't understand why he came here. Maybe he wanted to be more creative, I don't know. Looks like Archisaur is in the bushes there, I guess. Oh, never mind, now he's dead. We lost our single light tank. Gets taken out by a T-95. I wonder how he got himself spotted. Those things are supposed to have some crazy camera ratings. I am assuming he has the right crew skills and mods, but that is just an assumption. Anyway, we're back in the middle. Let's see what we can shoot, if anything. I-7 is doing a good job in the middle. 2 other heavies up there on the left. Right now things are pretty balanced. I'm not really finding anything to shoot. They're not pushing the one line. So I'm within firing range if you look at the map. In order to see them, they have to be within the yellow circle, which I believe is the maximum view range. Was it 445? Wow, I'm pretty bored here. E75? No. Chances of penning him from that angle is pretty low. Still looking at the 9 line. Should I maybe? No, he goes back to his little hideout. I got a full drum and nothing to shoot at. At least not yet. Maybe the A phase, now it'll be a pixel shot. Progetto again? No. Oh. 103 American heavy tank. Nope, I missed him. Someone did hit him though. Looks like our Trooper 4 is taking the duties of the light tank that we lost, which is good. Alright, so if you look at the map now, we have taken over the 9-0 line, which is great. You can see that the enemy AMX 5120 is retreating over the tracks. We're gonna use our speed and go help this flank. We can push this flank, we can do well. I'll let the 777 know I'm going to help them. And let the Leopard know I'm going to help them. So we lost our 777. but our 62B is still alive, which is good. And it looks like the enemy lost their E75 and their light tank as well. Even better. Okay, these two are up here. You know what? I am just going to cut through this. Yeah, I'm going to cut through the middle. I don't think they have any TVs in here, so the chances that someone's going to spot me are slim to none. And again, these are the kind of situations that you know how to interpret after you've been in this game for a while. You know the maps, you watch the map, you know which tanks are where. That just comes with time. You know, I wasn't able to do this back in 2016 when I joined. I was not even a quarter of what I am now in this game. So anyway, you don't want to just hop over the tracks. You're gonna get spotted. What you want to do is go to the end and use the bushes, which is exactly what these two guys were doing. I'm doing the same. Start using the bushes, see where we can spot and start taking people out. The enemy is pushing pretty aggressively. They got two very well armored tanks over there, the T-95 and the Object 268 version 4. We're here. We're gonna see what we can do. Okay. A phase.
Ils sont touchés. On va la voir. Continuez à tirer. Véhicule ennemi hors de combat.
History now. Got 2 shells left. Can I do anything else? Nobody's pushing. Okay. Good time to reload the magazine. I could have loaded AP, I just don't feel like bouncing anyone right now. I think our chances of winning are pretty high. We can spot... Oh, looks like... Ooh, this is getting interesting now. The Conway is trying to push us. He doesn't know where I'm at, and he doesn't know exactly what the Leopard is, and I want to keep the Leopard in the game. My drum is loading. Leopard fired him, and... 1. Tracked him. 3. Goodbye.
Passez au suivant.
He doesn't spot us, which is nice. Looking at the map, it's either going to be the IS-7 or the T-57. The IS-7 takes a shot at the Leopard, and I think he missed. I got 3 shells in the mag out of 6. Out the drum. Okay, here we go. Patience pays, so T-57. 1, 2, that didn't go in. 3, that went in. And now we gotta reload, but we can keep proxy spotting him. He fired at something. Was it me or... I don't know, I think he fired at the Concept B. He's gonna get much closer. It's getting really dangerous now. We no longer have a 3 tank advantage. So, oh wow, now things are becoming even more interesting. Okay, the enemy Foch 155 is busy with the IS-7, and the 268 cannot shoot us from there, so we're really dealing with the T-57, which is an alpha loader, and an IS-7, so let's see. 1 for him, 2 for him, I missed, 3 for him, I go, okay, got him. Some damage, Gunner is injured, but overall, still okay. We only have 2 shots left, which means we cannot kill the IS-7, but we can put those shots into him. So, might as well try that. If he shoots us, okay. Oh, he does, but he misses. He bounces. So, 1 goes in, 2 goes in. Reload time. Now I'm glad I loaded premium ammo because I had to deal with the T-57. I gotta deal with this guy. Okay, I'm spotted, he proxy spots me. I don't know who the enemy artillery is aiming at. So I'm gonna load my drum, turn around, go reload it again. Spots me again. Looks like the leopard decided to pick up the enemy artillery, which is an excellent move. So now this I-7 can spot me all he wants, but there's no one to help him. The RI-7 is cruising back to help Disturb, and we're kind of in a tricky situation with this enemy I-7. I can try to go over the tracks. He will shoot me and most likely pin, and then the question is, can I pin him from close range or not? But you know what? I think I'd just rather bait him and let the artillery finish him off. I could go over the tracks, but the artillery have been doing well, so let's see. Let's let the artillery get another kill.
Prêt à tirer, je les vois plus.
If he wants to come over the tracks, he's done, but now he's done. Alright. Pretty close battle, but we managed to win. Being careful with our moves and not getting spotted when shooting targets, and that's what you really want to do. Just want to pull back behind the bush and then shoot. Make sure the bush is transparent, of course.